Now we are going to work on the guided practice for inductive reasoning. First one, we're going to find the next item in the pattern. So we are counting in the numerator by 1 and in the denominator by 1. So we have 4/5 as our next item in the pattern. Number 2, we want to complete the conjecture. We're going to take the product of two even numbers. So remember, product is multiplying. We're multiplying two even numbers. So 2 times 4 is 8. Negative 2 times 6 is a negative 12. Negative 4 times negative 8 is a positive 32. And what do we notice about each of those numbers? They are all even. Next up, we want to show that the conjecture is false. So we're already being told that the conjecture is false, and we want to find a counterexample. First one, 3 points on a plane always form a triangle. So we need 3 points on a plane. We don't want them to be a triangle. We did something that looked like this on the notes. What was it called? Collinear points. Are points that are on the same plane, 3 points that are on the same plane, but don't make a triangle. The next one, if two planes intersect, so we want 2 planes intersecting, then they intersect in exactly 1 point. So we talked about this in Unit 1, Day 3. It was a postulate that we talked about that day. How do 2 planes intersect? They make a line. So 2 planes intersect at a line. Next up, we want to identify the hypothesis and conclusion of the conditional statement. A figure is a parallelogram if it is a rectangle. So remember that your hypothesis is after the word if. So our hypothesis is it is a rectangle. What on earth is going on? And that means that everything else other than the word if is our conclusion. So a figure is a parallelogram. Next up, we want to write a conditional statement from the following. After 3 strikes, the batter is out. So what is our noun here? Our noun is the batter. So that has to be part of our hypothesis. And what is the batter doing? It's making 3 strikes. So that's going to be our hypothesis. And our conclusion is that he's out. So our conditional statement, if a batter makes 3 strikes, then he is out. Make sure that you start with a capital I, a period at the end, and you have a comma before the then. Our next one, congruent segments have equal measures. So again, you need to think about what we're talking about. We are talking about segments, and our adjective is congruent. So that's going to be our hypothesis, and equal measures is our conclusion. So if a segment, or if segments are congruent, then they have equal measures. Our next one, remember that the smaller oval or circle is our hypothesis, larger oval or circle is our conclusion, and the box is in general what we're talking about. So we've got dolphins and mammals. What are those things? Yeah, they're animals. So remember that we start with our general when we are writing our conditional statement. If animals are, what's our hypothesis? Dolphins. Then our conclusion, they are mammals. Remember that all of your sentences need to start with a capital letter, specifically a capital I. You need a comma before the word then, and a period at your end.